All right, guys, what's going on? This video is going to be why I feel like I've been duped into purchasing the latest console generation. I was tricked into buying a PS5. So the things that led up to that was I only had a PS4 Slim. And the PS4 Slim, for example, I was playing like an Assassin's Creed game. You could notice there was some choppiness. And I'm like, man, if I really want to have like the good experience, if I really want to have everything be as it should be, I should have the PS5. I should have the next gen console. And I was very excited about it. I got to play it from my girlfriend had it before I did. And when I played that, I played some Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so awesome. It looks so good. I said, I just have to have it. And so it only took me probably about 2 weeks from when I got to play it the first time until I dove in and got my own. However, it's been about a little over a year, and I feel like we were tricked. I feel like we were duped. So the PS5 still today, I think it's about 4 years, 3 years, something like that, after its release, has still not came out with a whole lot of games for the PS5. We're pretty much dealing with PS4 games still. And what's really amazing to me is I recently got an Xbox One. And, like, for example, Hogwarts Legacy, Elden Ring, these really new, good games, those are still being released on the original Xbox One. If you didn't know, let me just break this down real quick. So Xbox One came out in 2013, November of 13, same time the PS4 came out. And it's really quite a weak system. Like, the fact that they're putting out modern games on that still today is just kind of stupid in my opinion. I played both Elden Ring and Hogwarts on there, and I'm like, man, this is just... You really want the new console for that. But, not to kind of... Well, it's kind of related. So, Xbox, though, you have Xbox One S and the One X. The One X is going to be just fine. I mean, you have the One X, then you have the PS5. The PS5 is more powerful, yes, but the Xbox One X is a beast of a console, too, and you're going to be just fine having that. So, that's what I've done. I took my PS5, I've since sold it. I'm going to be relying on my Xbox One X and my PS4 Pro. And I don't know if I'm ever going to go back and buy another PS5. I'm not sure if I will. I feel like I might actually opt for the Xbox Series X if I do buy one of those new gen consoles. But now you keep on hearing how they're going to make a PS5 Pro and another Xbox console. So it's like, maybe it's okay just to skip this generation. There's not a lot of PS5 exclusives. Same with Xbox Series X exclusives, there's just not. It doesn't make sense because we've reached a different level of gaming where graphics have kind of hit a peak. What hasn't hit a peak? Okay, resolution, frame rates, etc. And that's where you see improvements, when you go from original Xbox One to the PS5. Oh yeah, it's major differences. Way better experience. It feels great. But instead of going from an Xbox One original or a PS4 Slim, what I'm going to do, and what you guys can do too, is just opt for a PS4 Pro, opt for an Xbox One X, do that. And you can just probably skip this whole generation. That's my plan. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to go back and buy a PS5. We'll have to see. But anyway, guys, I've been wanting to make this video for a long time. I feel like we've all been tricked. We've all been robbed. I'm not sure many other people feel like this, but I think you should. And gaming is just, it's in a very weird position. It's a tough position. Soon, we're not going to be able to have any of our own games. It's just going to be this little Netflix-like experience where we go and we can rent our games and play them on this network, like, the Game Pass or the PlayStation Plus. So I don't like the direction that gaming's going, but at the same time, I hate switching discs, too. I hate having physical games even anymore. I don't like having them. I'd rather have everything digital. So I wish they would make that in such a way that we have ownership of it, or we feel like we do. Whereas I feel like we're only going to have an opportunity of having like these pass experiences, Game Pass, PlayStation Plus. Like, they're going to try to, I feel like, phase out even the digital sale, or else they're going to really crank the prices up, so it's tough being a consumer these days, guys. It's really hard. It's just not as good. It's not as fun as it used to be in that respect. Having a Super Nintendo, getting a game for it. Oh my gosh, I have this game for life. It's mine. I own it. I have this to play forever. We don't have anything forever. I mean, our lives are short as it is, but they can take everything at a moment's notice, and there's nothing we can do about it, including our save data. Like I mentioned in a different video, on PlayStation 5, you know, it's very difficult. I found that there is a way, but it's very difficult just to make a copy of your save data and back it up. You have to pretty much pay for the cloud storage. That's what they're trying to force you to do. You have to know a roundabout way to figure it out if you're going to change that. So it's kind of what I wanted to say in this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Possibly more to come on this. But let me know in the comments below how you guys feel. I think this generation should be skipped. We should not reward the console makers. And we should just sit on our hands until the next big reason we need to get something. Because Nintendo, by the way, Nintendo, I'm not talking about them. They've done great. I was not liking the Switch when it came out. Nintendo's made so much variety of stuff on their Switch. I mean, the Switch is a great console. And Nintendo kind of leads the pack. If you follow, for example, I do a lot of buying. I buy a lot of stuff. And everybody wants Nintendo stuff. Nintendo's kind of the king still, you know. So it's going to be fun to see what happens to Sony and Microsoft. I don't know. I think Nintendo might still keep ownership of games. You know, they might still make physical stuff. Whereas Sony and Microsoft are definitely trending in the direction of no, they won't. So anyway, guys, that's a lot that I said there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, subscribe. And until the next time, take care.